Hi, welcome to the Fight Edge channel. Anthony Joshua, the WBA, WBO and IBF World Heavyweight Champion, shared his opinion about the upcoming fight with Alexander Usyk, which will take place on September 25 in London. It should be noted that Joshua will have to fight with a southpaw for the first time since he defeated Charles Martin. Alexander Krassyuk, the promoter of the mandatory challenger for the WBO heavyweight title Alexander Usyk, believed that after the fight of his award against the WBA, WBO, IBF world champion Anthony Joshua, the British team will have to activate the rematch option. Christopher Lovejoy, in an interview, spoke about the situation with the third fight Wilder Fury. The WBC World Heavyweight Champion Briton Tyson Fury once again said that he does not doubt his victory during the third fight with American Deontay Wilder. According to Fury, if he defeated Deontay in 7 rounds last time, this time he will destroy him in 5. The head of the promotion company Queensberry Promotions, Frank Warren, shared his thoughts about the upcoming fight between Anthony Joshua and the mandatory challenger for the WBO belt Alexander Usyk, which will be held on September 25 in London. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoy the content, then please subscribe to the channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed, then you receive notifications about the release of new videos. You do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my channel. I am trying very hard and I need your support. Your likes, comments, reposts to social networks. Thanks to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You are my support. Thank you so much. Anthony Joshua, the WBA, WBO and IBF World Heavyweight Champion, shared his opinion about the upcoming fight with Alexander Usyk, which will take place on September 25 in London. It should be noted that Joshua will have to fight with a southpaw for the first time since he defeated Charles Martin. It's all about how often you get into the ring, how much time you spend there, how much time you spend lacing up your boxers, how long you've been wearing gloves, Joshua said in an interview. You need to be aware of the angles in which you find yourself when you finish a combination, and also understand where the blows are coming from. With a left-handed person, it's the opposite. But this is a technical element, while there is still a spiritual one. I'm a fighter, I pray, meditate, and visualize. A mixture of technical arsenal and God's gift. Even thought I have a fight with a southpaw. In any case, I must find ways and weaknesses for each of my opponents, Joshua said. Alexander Krassyuk, the promoter of the mandatory challenger for the WBO heavyweight title Alexander Usyk, believed that after the fight of his award against the WBA, WBO, IBF world champion Anthony Joshua, which will take place on September 25, the British team will have to activate the rematch option. There is a rematch option in the contract, although its terms are confidential. The media has already written about this fact. I can say that the rematch will take place if Usyk wins, and I'm very confident that the rematch option will be activated after September 25. We had to pay extreme attention to this option in order to register all the small details and avoid any difficulties after September 25. The fight has not been organized yet, only contracts have been signed. The fight is organized when the boxers enter the ring and the gong sounds. Anything can happen. Something always happens in boxing. Injuries, government decisions, virus. Now the world is in a state of turbulence, but we expect that the fight will take place on September 25 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, Alexander Krassyuk said. Christopher Lovejoy, in an interview, spoke about the situation with the third Wilder Fury fight. Many have written him off. And so did I, until I saw his preparation for the next fight. He has one of the best coaches, Malik Scott. He is properly configured himself and correctly and just Beyonce Wilder. I don't like conspiracy theories. I don't know what's going on, but the fight has been postponed. Someone says it is connected with the sale of tickets. Someone says that with an outbreak of COVID. Others believe that Wilder looks too good. But the fact is that the fight has been postponed. If I had to choose a winner, I will choose Fury, just because Fury won the second fight. Obviously a stop. Wilder had 2 chances, so why hasn't he ever won? If I had to choose, I would follow the numbers. I will choose Fury. The WBC World Heavyweight Champion Briton Tyson Fury once again said that he does not doubt his victory during the first fight with American Deontay Wilder. According to Fury, if he defeated Deontay in 7 rounds last time, this time he will destroy him in 5. Mentally, Wilder is a broken man. I destroyed him last time in 7 rounds. In the upcoming fight, I will do it even faster, in 5 rounds. He knows that if we fought 10 times, I would win every fight. Deontay will need help when I crush him again, Fury said. The head of the promotion company Queensberry Promotions, Frank Warren, shared his thoughts about the upcoming fight between Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk, which will be held on September 25 in London. I saw photos Usyk, and it seems that it swayed a little. As for me, you can beat Joshua at the expense of speed. Usyk has quick hands, but he is a small guy. He didn't move up to heavyweight at a younger age. Now he is 34 years old, so it's a little late to make this jump. But Usyk went for it, and he is, of course, an outstanding cruiser, perhaps the best in many years. But if Joshua catches Usyk and he catches him, then no one knows what will happen. I believe that AJ will defeat Usyk, but the fight will be interesting until it's over. If Joshua doesn't knock out him, the score will be very close, Frank Warren said. Warren shared his future plans for his ward after yesterday's victory over the Frenchman Carlos Takam. According to Warren, Joe Joyce is now a mandatory contender for the WBO Championship title, which is owned by his compatriot Anthony Joshua, and should meet the winner of the fight between Anthony and Ukrainian Alexander Usyk. Joe is now a mandatory contender. Now he is the first number of the rating. Obviously, Joshua and Usyk will fight in September, and Joyce will become a mandatory opponent for the winner, promoter said. Also, Warren does not rule out the option when his ward will have to postpone the championship fight and hold an immediate duel. If Joshua wins his fight and Tyson Fury defeats Deontay Wilder, then they will most likely hold a duel between themselves, but the winner will have to face Joyce. Let's see what happens. If the title is vacated, Joe will compete for the vacant belt. Joyce has only had 13th fight as a professional and is already a mandatory contender. It's brilliant. If he doesn't get a fight with the champion, then he can hold the next fight in October. Of course, if he wants, Warren added. Experienced British heavyweight Derek Chisora estimated the chances of the newly made mandatory challenger for the WBO belt in his division, Joe Joyce, to participate in the title fight, and also predicted the winner of the upcoming mega fight between Anthony Joshua and undefeated Ukrainian Alexander Usyk. To be honest, the status of a mandatory applicant does not mean anything in this game. The only question is where the belts will cost more in the hands of Joyce or Usyk and Joshua. They are worth more in the hands of Alexander and AJ, not Joe Joyce. I believe that Joshua will defeat Usyk. He will knock him out, but for this he will have to go through hell, Derek Chisora said in an interview. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.